Good morning from Perth, Western Australia. How are you all? In the past videos, I have been focusing on time management from many angles, different points of view. And today we're going to continue on the same subject, looking at time from another perspective. I hope you enjoy it. In the past 2 weeks, I have been having some conversations with different ladies in my groups and discussing time. Some expressions came up which I thought I would take note about and share them with you here. Okay? One of the ladies said, in the middle of a conversation, if only my days were 28 hours long instead of 24. And some of us laughed, and I particularly said to her, well, I think I have enough with 24 hours. I wouldn't like to think that I have 4 extra hours that I need to use to invest, to work more and harder. I think that the proportion of time that it's given to us on a daily basis, 24 hours minus the 9 hours to get ready and back from sleep, those 16 hours, if well administered, should be very fruitful and useful for us. So it goes back to how we organize ourselves to make the most of those 16 hours. But no, thank you. I don't want 28 hours. Then I would have to be in the same boat. And then I would say, why aren't my days 30 hours instead of 28 and so on? We're never satisfied because we, most of the time, don't seem to be well organized to use the time in a relaxing way. And that's the idea, to eliminate the pressure and be able to achieve things all the same. Another funny expression I heard was, oh, I ran out of time. I couldn't finish that. Well, from my point of view, okay, very personal point of view, we don't run out of time. The time is always there. Every single day, as I have mentioned before, we are given 24 additional hours to enjoy and to use. Every morning when you open your eyes, there it is, a new day with 16 active hours, or activity hours if you want to. So you don't run out of time. We seem to blame everything that we do or don't on time. And time is always there. It's a constant. It never fails. It never exceeds itself. It never disappears from your calendar. It's always there. So when we say, I ran out of time to finish something, the question should be probably, did I think through my activity to know exactly how many hours I will need to do it? Do I want to finish it in one go, and then I will have either to shrink the activity, reduce it, summarize it, or you just have to divide it in segments that you can do day by day without any pressure, if there's no hurry. If hurry catches you, it's because, again, we don't organize ourselves. So suddenly everything piles up. And what we didn't do yesterday, we have to finish today. But then today, we already have things waiting in line to be done as well. So we never get out of that, constant rat race. So we have to eliminate that. Yes, we don't have to be racing around, especially after 60. Okay? So you don't run out of time, literally. You simply have the time, but you have really not administer well the activity you're going to do to fit into that time. What else have I here? Let's see. Oh, I don't have time for that. Impossible. I cannot do it. I don't have time. Well, again, time is there. Now, if you are going to do something during those 16 hours that are given to you to achieve something, finish something, complete, start something, well, it is for you to decide how much can I fit in so many hours. Again, organizing yourself, calculating, seeing if it is something that it's very demanding, very important, it's at the top of the list. So you should give it more time. Okay, but you have the time. The time is there for anything you decide, but it is you who has to make it fit in your calendar, in your timetable. Okay. Another thing I heard was, this is too time consuming. I cannot do it. Well, sometimes we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by the size or the title of a project or the expectations or the outcome expected from it. And really, you don't have to panic about that either. Again, you have the time for that and more. It's accommodating that activity that's important. Okay? You cannot take on activities that require a lot of time, because you have to take courses, you have to take notes, you have to talk to people, you have to do a lot of research on internet. That has to be summarized on a piece of paper, and then you start tackling one at a time. Okay, but we have to keep in mind there's no way in the world we can achieve enormous tasks in 2-3 hours. That, if you put that pressure on you, you're going to be so frustrated and feel so unaccomplished, and your self-esteem will just go down 20 degrees. And you don't want that. You don't want that. If you sit down relaxingly and plan and organize, you'll get there easily and happily. That's important. Okay. Now, there's a good saying that I've heard many times, and it is, don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Okay, in other words, don't procrastinate the wrong way. Leave for tomorrow the things that you can leave for tomorrow. The minor things that are not relevant or important in your life at the moment, the things that are not going to have an impact, a negative impact even in your life. Leave them aside. You can leave for tomorrow only the little things, those little thorns in the shoe. But if you can do today something, even if it is one step at a time, to advance your project, your dream, whatever you're doing, you're preparing a lesson, you're preparing a talk to somebody, you're preparing a video for YouTube, yes, do it first. Once you are finished with that, the rest is always there, so we don't have to even worry about that. Don't have to mention it. Now, on the other side of the coin, it is interesting to hear, and I heard many of my friends say, that is a waste of time. It is not worth the time. What you're thinking will be a waste of time. Well, that is a very clever thing to observe, because if indeed you are honest with yourself, indeed you know where you're going with your project, your plans, your chores, whatever you have to do, then of course you will know ahead of time if you can fit that into the hours that you are given that particular day, or if you will have to divide that in segments and steps to go in day by day by day for 2-3 hours, and you will know that you need about 3 weeks to complete it. However, if you are going to force yourself into achieving something well done and in a satisfactory manner in a very short time, and it is humanly impossible to do that, you are really wasting your time, because you are not using the hours that you're given in a productive, organized manner that will have an outcome to make you feel that you have advanced one step more, or you have finally completed something and you are relaxed now about that and can dedicate your thoughts and your plans to a new project. So we also say, many times I've heard, time flies Well, time is going so fast. It is incredible. Well, time doesn't fly. Time is a constant in our lives. 24 hours last 24 hours. They don't develop wings and disappear and turn into a 10-hour day. Impossible. Time doesn't fly. It seems to you that it goes very fast, either because you're well entertained and concentrated and focused on what you're doing, which is a good thing, and then time flies because, wow, it seems to you that you did a lot in such a short time, and that's a very good thing. That gives you the hint to continue on that same path next day and the following day, and on and on and on until you complete your task, your dream, your project, your lesson, your writing, your videos, whatever you're doing. So when time flies, while you're, or so it seems to you, while you are doing something that you really enjoy and like, that is a very, very good sign. It means that you can lose yourself into your dream, your plans, your notes, your conversations, your interviews, your research, and you are enjoying it so much that it seems to you that suddenly 3 hours have gone and it's lunchtime. My God, how fast! That is fantastic. So use that as a tool in your favor, because anything you do that makes you forget about lunch, dinner, the garden, the house, any of the other little things is worth it. It means that you're on the track of doing something that you really like and enjoy, and there's always something very positive about that feeling. And it's the feeling that you can do it, you can make it to the end. You can trust yourself to be organized enough and focused enough to achieve what you want to achieve. So with those thoughts, which I imagine you will probably have many more to add to this list, and I would love to hear them. But I found it very interesting how we always tend to blame time on whatever we cannot finish or achieve, without realizing that it is us not appreciating the gift of time that's given to us every day enough to organize and make the most of it. So with that in hand and my coffee, I wish you all the best. Have a very good week, and I'll see you on Monday again. If we change the subject, I'll let you know. Hopefully it'll be something interesting and helpful to you all in taking those little steps to improve our lives and make them easier and happier. Have fun. Bye.